Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Please speak. Utkarsh Ujjwal. So your name is Utkarsh or Ujjwal?
Sir, my complete name is Utkarsh Ujjwal, both.
It's a one word or it's two word?
So 2 words, Utkarsh and Ujjwal.
Name is a noun. नाम संज्ञा होता है.
जी सर.
तो संज्ञा दो शब्दों का मेल होता है या एक अपने आप में संपूर्ण शब्द होता है?
सर, एक संपूर्ण शब्द होता है मेरे विचार में.
शब्द क्या होता है?
सर, शब्द अक्षरों को मिलाने से एक.
शब्द तो अपने आप में अक्षर है.
सर, लेटर्स को मिलाने से शब्द बनता है.
सार्थक वर्णों के समूह को शब्द कहते हैं. अच्छा, जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ टू द बोर्ड. उत्कर्ष.
सर, my name is Utkarsh Ujjwal. I belong to Patna, the capital of Bihar. Sir, I've done my basic schooling from Patna itself, DAV Public School, Patna. Sir, after that, I've done my graduation in civil engineering from IIT Guwahati. Sir, my father is a retired teacher and my mother is a homemaker. Sir, I've graduated in 2019 and after that, I've been dedicatedly preparing for civil services exam. Sir, my hobbies include listening to ghazals and qawwali.
So you're not working anywhere? Full time you are working on civil service examination only or other competitive exams?
Yes.
And this is your first interview?
Yes.
And this is your last chance?
No, sir. This is my 4th attempt, 3rd mains and 1st interview.
Okay. So you have 2 more chances also. Now you have a very brilliant academic record. And why you want to become civil servant?
Sir, the decision to pursue civil services as a career is a combination of personal as well as professional interests. Sir, professionally, I believe it will give me diversity of opportunities to work in different fields and face challenges on a daily basis. Sir, on a personal level, I believe I'll get job satisfaction and I would like to be in a position where I can see my work helping people.
Oh. So you are a civil engineer and you are posted as district magistrate of Bhagalpur. How will you use your knowledge as a district collector or district magistrate?
Sir, like many cities in Bihar, Bhagalpur also has problems of unplanned urbanization. Sir, as a civil engineer, I would like to focus on the drainage in the city. So drainage has to be planned because Bihar is a state which faces ample amount of rainfall and many areas get floods as well. So sir, drainage is one area where I would like to focus on. And sir, secondly, construction of new houses should be in a planned manner. For that, proper law should be regulated, building contractors should be consulted, and the integration of the entire ecosystem should be there to ensure that construction is as per the plan.
There is something called RERA, R-E-R-A. What is that?
Sir, RERA stands for Real Estates Regulation Act. Sir,
can you tell us something about that, when it was promulgated, and some 3 major components of this act?
Sir, I'm unable to recall the year. And sir, RERA is an act which regulates the construction of real estate buildings. Sir,
okay, just something about the forest policy. When was the new forest policy announced? Some 3 basic features.
So the most recent forest policy is of 2006 Forest Rights Act.
2006? Okay.
So Forest Rights Act of 2006. Sir, 3 important features include. Sir, can I take a moment to recall the 3 points? So number 1, it allows the tribals to collect minor forest produce Sir, earlier there were instances of arrest of tribals for collecting minor forest produce. So secondly, it defines critical wildlife habitats as well, which includes core zone of different habitats. So thirdly, it is a bottom-up approach which takes into consideration views of tribals in policy making, and sir gives importance to Gram Sabha in terms in planning forest policies. And sir, if I remember, there are also clauses of resettlement and how it should be done in case of projects.
Okay, Utkarsh, India relation with China. Can you just tell us how to proceed further? Shall we try to develop good relation? The past, it is like in Hindi, muh mein ram bagal mein churi, or stabbing in the back. And it's better not to have relation so that we know how this nation will react in future. So better be prepared for, even if it need be for a war. Just tell us.
So the relations with China have been a very tumultuous in the past as well. Sir, currently, it is a fact that China is a neighbor of us, and we cannot deny this fact. So, sir, we need to ensure that there is a diplomatic engagement with China, so that tensions don't escalate, and there are mechanisms to ensure that tensions at the border don't escalate.
We don't escalate the tension. They grab our land, then we have to react.
Yes, sir.
What? How can you tell them not to grab our land? They say it's my land.
Yes, sir.
Then,
sir, so there should be mechanisms to.
They are already there. They have failed. Mechanism was there. You have seen already the Galwan. Tell us something now. You are the framing the Indian foreign policy. Important input you have to give.
Yes, sir. Sir, I would plan the policy in a way that there is an active decoupling of our trade with China. We need to ensure that there are alternate supply chains available in case of disruption of supply chain from Chinese side, as we saw in case of Russia-Ukraine war and the trade war with China. Sir, I believe in the present situation, we are not in a position because we have a large trade deficit with China, but gradually we need to ensure that our supply chain is decoupled from the Chinese side.
Sir, while answering a question to the member, you have told that why you want to go into IAS. But your biodata tells me that you have made equal attempts for IFS and IAS.
Yes.
What is your first love, IFS or IAS, or anything which you get?
Sir, Indian Forest Service also holds a very dear place in my heart because I have been a student of anthropology and I would like to work for tribals.
You want to work for tribals?
But sir, I believe in civil services would also give me an opportunity to work for the tribal welfare and wildlife. So that's why I've given both of them.
What is Panchsheel tribal policy of Jawaharlal Nehru?
Sir, Panchsheel tribal policy of Jawaharlal Nehruji was can be called an integrationist policy, where he differed both from the isolationist and assimilationist views. And he said that tribals should be integrated into the mainstream and not forcefully assimilated. So for that, he gave 5 tenets. So these include non-interference in their lifestyle, allowing them to govern themselves, and sir, other tenets were also there, which I cannot recall.
That is Nehru's opinion. What is your opinion? Whether there should be assimilation of tribals in the mainstream or they should be kept aloof to protect their own culture and identity?
Sir, I also believe that we should not follow both the isolationist as well as assimilationist view. So there are tribals who are willingly want to come into the mainstream, and there are tribals who want to be left isolated. So there cannot be a one-stop policy for all the tribals. We have to ensure that the tribals which want to be in the mainstream and want to get education, formal education, and get formal jobs, there should be avenues to allow them to do so.
Which state in India has a major number of tribal people?
Sir, it's Odisha.
Have you given first preference for Odisha?
No, sir.
You want to serve the tribal people? Then you should go to the where large number of people are there, large number of benefactors should be there. Why not Odisha as first preference?
Sir, I've given Bihar as my first preference, but second preference I've given as Madhya Pradesh. Sir, given the proportion of forest cover that is in Madhya Pradesh. And sir, Odisha is also, if I remember correctly, the third preference of mine.
Can you tell us something about prohibition policy of your state, Bihar?
So the prohibition in Bihar was enacted in 2016. Sir, it was a blanket ban on liquor, and it penalized everyone who is found drinking in public or private. And yes, sir. So that's the prohibition policy.
You like ghazals and qawwalis.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between ghazals and qawwalis?
Sir, in its very original form, in the purest form, ghazal is a form of poetry, while qawwali is a form of singing. So, but currently the singing part is also called as ghazal, but originally ghazal is the poetic form and qawwali is singing. And sir, qawwali includes different shades, often includes different ghazals as well, amalgamated into one.
Who is your favorite ghazal singer in the subcontinent?
Sir, Mehdi Hasan.
Mehdi Hasan. What about Ghulam Ali?
Sir, Ghulam Ali as well. I listen to him as well. Yes, sir.
Right. And from India?
Sir, 𝗔𝗫𝘁𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗃.
𝗔𝗫𝘁𝗵𝗿𝗃. Have you heard Malka Pukhraj?
Sir, could you please repeat?
Malka Pukhraj.
Sir, I have not.
You have not heard her name. Right. Give me some names of qawwali singers in the subcontinent again.
Sir, Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Any particular qawwali you like? Sung by Fateh Ali Khan.
So there is a qawwali which I listen when I feel down, sir.
Yeah, tell.
So the lyrics is, रात की तीरगी से न मायूस हो, रोशनी का सितारा नजर आएगा, जब मोहम्मद सफीने के हो, ना खुदा हर भंवर में किनारा नजर आएगा.
ना खुदा क्या होता है?
सर, ना खुदा होता है जो नदी में नाव चलाने वाला वो नाविक.
Sir?
Utkarsh,
Yes, sir.
you are a civil engineer. When a plane lands, like this is airstrip, when the plane lands, maximum force the plane puts there. How do you calculate how much thick it should be? There should be some thickness. Other than that, that may not be thick. But this thumping portion where it lands.
So the thickness of the road.
The airstrip.
Yes, sir.
How much is that as compared to the other strip? Any formula with that?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact.
You are a district collector and a file comes to you from below for construction of a road in your district. Everybody has signed, including chief engineer, PWD fellow, every fellow, sir, you just sign this file. You have to construct this road. You are a civil engineer, mind you. What will you see in that file? Important thing.
Sir, am I the district collector as
You are
well?
the district collector. It has come for your final signature. Once you sign, the tender will be issued and the road will be made. Before that, what you will see in that file?
Sir, as a civil engineer, I would like to ensure that the materials being used are of optimum quality, because there
Material use will be later. Something else.
Sir, using both my position as a district collector as well as my background in civil engineering, I would like to ensure that the bidding is taken place impartially and no vested interests are being followed in terms of
There is no
awarding
civil
a
engineer
contract.
in it. There is no civil engineer in it. That is administration. That bidding should be proper, no or partiality as a civil engineer?
Sir, as a civil engineer, I would like to do an impact assessment of environmental impact assessment, and in terms of whether people are displaced in doing so, or whether compensation is given to them. Sir,
That's again administration.
Sorry, sir?
That's again administration. Nothing civil engineering. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Why there are so many potholes on the road? You are a civil engineer. You have been making roads. Why there are so many potholes on the roads? We have spent a large amount of money, but still there is a problem. Why?
Sir, a few reasons that I can think of is the construction of road involves a proper set of steps to be followed, and if any one of the steps is missed, then there are inadequacies in terms of the final structure. For example, curing is done. Ponding with water is done, and it is kept for some time. And
curing in charcoal road there is no curing. In cement road there is a curing, but charcoal road there is no curing.
Yes, sir. Sir,
why there are potholes in the roads, despite spending a huge amount of money?
Sir, it could be due to poor concrete mixing. Sir, concrete has to be mixed optimum amount of coarse aggregates, fine aggregates, sand and water has to be mixed. Sir, usage of roads before it should be done. Sir, the road should be kept unused for 1 or 2 days. Sir,
there's no issue.
Sir, lack of drainage facilities could be one reason. Sir, poor compaction of the substratum could be another reason. And sir, lack of care taken of the amount of sunlight or rainfall that is going to.
So at least you will see all these things in the one.
Yes, sir. I would like to ensure that these things are followed.
Plus, very important, the design of the road.
Yes.
Why there are potholes? Road takes 1 kg of vehicle up to 50,000 kg of vehicle.
Yes, sir.
And you make road up to 20,000 kg. You run 50,000 kg vehicle. You need to see the design. Call the chief engineer. How much load this road will take? You are a civil engineer. Then your civil engineer is shown. Otherwise, you can put anybody there. Why you put civil engineer? A lot of constructions are going on. Okay. I give you choice. There are 5 professions. Which is the noblest profession? Noblest. Professions are doctor, lawyer, teacher, engineer, army. Which is the noblest? And why?
Sir, in my opinion, doctor is the noblest profession.
Why?
Because a person comes to a doctor when he has lost all hope. And the thing which a doctor can do, there is no other person that can help a person in that case, because doctor has specialized knowledge of how to treat a person. And so doctor can make the lives of an individual better for the rest of his life.
So the same argument, lawyer is the best profession. Even the fellow who has committed murder, going to be hanged tomorrow, can be saved by that. Much better job than doctor.
Yes, sir. It is true that a lawyer can also do that, but
novelist?
Yes, sir.
He is saving from gallows. Tomorrow he is going to be hanged. Today lawyer will save him. Lawyer should.
Sir, a doctor can save many people in one day. A lawyer.
Anyway, you have given your second choice as police. Now, there is a construction of a dam in your area. You are posted as first posting SDM of a district. There is a construction of a dam. People are agitating. You will not let the dam constructed here. This will happen, that will happen, that will happen. Your deputy commissioner, your boss, is a rank officer. He's from the ranks, not direct IAS officer, but he's boss. He doesn't know anything about that and he's scared of this situation. Normally, sometimes they are scared. As a IAS officer, ADC or SDM, and as a civil engineer, what will you do?
Sir, protests or agitations happen because number one, people are not fully aware of the project. So there is a lot of opaqueness in terms of implementation. That's why the hysteria of people often is seen. So secondly, in my opinion, the people who are displaced are often from the marginalized communities and tribals are mostly displaced. So for a tribal, the administration is the person who he is in contact with. So it could be the lowest rank officer who is directly in contact with the tribals. So I believe sensitization of those people should be our primary focus, and they should not spread misinformation about the project. So thirdly, there are laws available in our own country.
Forget. This wall has to be painted. I'm your boss. I'm going to paint it. I don't know how to paint it. You are my junior officer and you are a civil engineer. What will you tell me? I'm doing a bad job. I don't know how to paint it. You are a civil engineer. You are my junior officer. You are standing here seeing me doing a bad job. What will you tell me?
Sir, I will tell you to apply a thin coat once and then apply.
You will give me knowledge. By simple it is, yeah. Sir, finally, I am civil engineer. I'll do it. I know how to do it. Simple. So no. Sir, please you sit down. I am a civil engineer. I know how to do it. I'll do it. Similarly, you tell your deputy commissioner, sir, I am a civil engineer. I know the damn thing, how the dam is made, what are the repercussions, etc. I will talk to these people. Sir, you take it. You just relax. Simple. You're telling theories. No.
Sir, I would humbly disagree.
You will disagree with me on this wall case. Same case. You will not tell me, sir, I will do. I am a civil engineer. I know how to do it. I will do it, sir. Please relax. You disagree on this?
Yes, sir. I would like to rephrase my last answer if I'm allowed.
Please.
Sir, as an administrator, one's task is also to delegate things and do things which are most important.
So this is delegation only. So you delegate this to me. I know better.
Sir, a painter is most suitable for painting.
Between the two of us, you are the civil engineer. It is a civil engineering work. It is civil engineering work, pure civil engineering work. No, it's not mechanical, it's not electronic, it is not chemical. It is civil engineering work. Probably you must have done painting in your 5 years of this thing. Some training somewhere of painting. You must have done. And you know that I have not done. You are better in this job. Why don't you do it? Tell me to relax and I will do it, sir. I am civil engineer. The delegation. It's not that I delegate you every time. You can ask for delegation.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. But
have you heard the concept of division of labor?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So the concept of division of labor states that the person who is most suitable to do a particular task should be handed that task.
Exactly. Between the two of us, who is more suitable to do this job?
Me.
Why don't tell me, sir, relax, I'll do it. I am more suitable to doing this job. Why not? You are still doubtful.
But sir,
Maharaj, tell me.
Sir, he may want to learn how to paint as well. So I would like to tell him to. I would like to show him how to paint, so that.
Utkarsh,
what is the meaning of your name?
Sir, the word Utkarsh means prosperity and the word Ujjwal means brightness, bright.
So Utkarsh is prosperity.
Yes, sir. Samriddhi.
Okay. You have mentioned about speed cubing. What is it?
Money.
So speed cubing is the competitive solving of a 3x3 Rubik's Cube.
So that's your hobby.
Sir, it's one of my interests.
Okay. So that Rubik cube you are talking about?
Yes, sir.
So no, that I understood. The point is speed cubing. Why it is speed cubing?
So speed cubing is the competitive solving. So there are competitions that.
Okay. So and that competition parameter is lesser time.
Yes, yes, to do in the fastest speed.
But then can in this particular competition, like for example, imagine the situation where you are also a competitor and total we 5 sitting for the competition. Who will decide the starting point to be the same for all of us?
So starting point as in?
Starting point of the cube. Will that be exactly same for everyone?
So there are random scrambles and so
this is the problem with randomness. Because when you are moving towards one particular direction, that much for sure, you have to reach a situation where all 6 sides are having same color. Right? That is called solved cube. Now the end is same, but starting point is different. Then how would you maintain the level playing field?
Sir, it is true that it does add some sort of irregularity, but sir, at the same time, in very high level competitions, the scramble is same. Sir, the solved cube is reverse scrambled as per a particular set of algorithms, and then the same cube is given to.
Yes. So what are you talking about is it has to be with the same state, same looking cube. Can it be different looking cubes and still be level playing field?
Sir, I believe it can be, because
How?
Sir, a random cube so there are 43 quintillion possibilities, 43 into 10 power 18 possibilities of how a cube can be scrambled. So sir, even if there are 2 different scrambles, sir, it is humanly impossible to derive any tangible benefit out of it.
No, see, point is, it depends, like for example, we have the cube in front of us, okay, already solved. Now, to make it a question, you have to disturb it. Now, you disturb it randomly or you disturb with an algorithm to make a question cube for a competition.
Sir, if I remember correctly, very high level competitions organized by the World Cubing Association, they have same set of scrambles, but sir, local competitions have different irregular scrambles.
Okay, reason why they are 2 different things?
Sir, the reason is that people do believe that it is not possible to derive any benefits out of it. But sir, I disagree with this fact.
See, first of all, I am completely in agreement with what the high level world competition do. There it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, sir.
Which makes logical, real playing field, level playing field.
Yes, sir.
My question is, then why don't you apply the same thing in any other competition? Why don't you think that should be the norm? Otherwise, without the person, the solver and the question maker, they both may not realize. But the distance from the end, if it is less, 3 movements he reached, somebody is yet to reach after 20 movements.
Yes, sir.
Because anyway, for movement you take microsecond. So somebody who technically is going to need 20 movements and somebody is technically going to take 10 movements. However intelligent or less intelligent, the 10 wala will reach first.
Yes, sir, it does happen also. All the world records that are there, 4 seconds, 3.9 seconds, they are in 11-12 moves, which is
less. And if you complicate the cube further, it won't be nearly 11 steps. However fast, I'm not talking about faster. See, one move is one move. Do it fast, do it slow, it will be one move. So if you anyway required minimum moves that are required for this particular combination is 11, how can one not reach, or how can one reach less than 11? Not possible. That means we have to have the question already planned. So there is no randomness. Okay, another question. Can there be an absolute randomness in Rubik's Cube? I know it is very complicated, but can we not trace down all the questions, all the question combo, and come up with a particular number? Particular number. You are a mathematics person also. A particular number. Do you know the number? How many different formats the cubes can be set in? It's a probability question, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there are computer softwares who have given the number as 20. The 20 is the minimum number of moves that can be taken. If one is...
Okay. I am saying how many number of different formats or combinations a cube can achieve. What would be that number?
Sir, the number of different scrambles is 43 quintillion, as I...
Yeah, exactly 43 quintillion? Or some number?
So there are some numbers.
How did you... Okay. Teach me how you reach that number. I'm not bothered about number now. How you reach there?
So there are... I have not tried to calculate the number, but I can...
You're a mathematics person. It's very... Because let me tell you one thing, when I also try to solve, the first question comes to my mind, being an engineer, that can there be some method and formula, at least will tell me what all different combinations this cube can go into. Theoretically, I'm not asking you the number now. I am asking, can you have some formula to reach there? It might be very complex formula, but some direction I want to know that you can think of.
So there are 6 different colors in a cube, and 9 different small cubelets on a face.
In every 6.
So there are 54 different cubelets on the entire cube. 9 times 6 faces, and 9 small cubelets. So in order to calculate the number of different possibilities that a cube can take, the formula could be, so if I take any face, and if I assign a particular color on it, then I can assign it in six different. So I might be wrong in terms of calculations.
You are. Think, because it's a probability question.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, think later on this.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
We'll call you in 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.